Welcome to my tutorial number 6 on resistive circuits. In this video, we will discuss one problem from GATE 2016 ECE set 1, and you see this problem is related to one dependent source and maximum power delivered across a resistance R. Okay, so circuit is given. The total circuit, this one, it contains some dependent source, independent source. Now this R is not given, and you have to find you can find R, and you can find the maximum voltage delivered in this resistance R. So simple idea is that first of all we'll try to simplify this total circuit, this network rather. So okay, across these 2 points, so this is your point A and B. So this network we can reduce by Thevenin parameters, and that parameter is suppose VTH, one voltage source, and series resistance RTH. So V sub TH and R sub TH, right? So if we can find this Thevenin parameter for this network, let us, so this is point node A and node B, and we can connect now our load impedance, that is your R, right? Now we can prove that maximum power delivered in this R will be that time when this R is equals to RTH. The condition is that when R is equals to RTH, then only the resistance will draw the maximum power. Okay, so for maximum power, to this to R, resistance R. No, the first condition is that R should be equals to RTH, and if it is so, then you see the voltage across this one, this V0. So V0 will become half of the VTH because equal resistance equally divided. So V0 will be the VTH by 2. So the power maximum will be V0 square upon R. Okay, so in this case it is V0 is VTH by 2 and R is RTH. So can I write it is VTH that square upon 2 is 4, 2 square is 4, 4 RTH. Okay, so power P max is simply VTH square upon 4 RTH. So that we can, so if we can find VTH and RTH, then our purpose is solved. We can find out the maximum power delivered to the resistance R. Okay, now how can we simplify this one? Now this work is very simple. As the right side, you see this dependent source, this network, okay, it is depending on this resistance, and but this sub-network is completely independent. Okay, so that we can solve it independently. So we'll get a voltage V0. That voltage you can put it here. So that time it will behave as a simple DC source, and we can simplify this circuit. Okay, because these two sub-networks are detached. Okay, they are not interconnected. Right? So what is the, so okay, don't be confused about this V0 and that V0. Okay, so this is the V0 prime. Okay, so this is different thing. So here we are considering V0 prime. Okay, voltage across resistance R. And here it is given V naught, 2 kilo ohm resistance. So what is the V naught? So simply a potential divider circuit. If I consider this circuit, the single loop, 5 volt source, 3 ohm and 3 kilo ohm, 2 kilo ohm, they are connected in series. So voltage across 2 kilo ohm is simply a potential divider circuit. So V naught will be this 2 kilo ohm upon, so 2 into 10 to the power 3 times total 2 into 10 to the power 3 plus 3 into 10 to the power 3 times B. B means 5 volt. Right? So 10 to the power 3 will cancel. So 2 by 5, 5 will cancel out. It's simply 2 volt. Because the ratio is 3 is to 2. So as the ratio is 3 is to 2, so it is divided in some ratio. So it will be 3 volt across 3 kilo ohm and 2 volt across 2 kilo ohm. It's fine. So if it is 2 volt, V naught is 2 volt. So here dependent source will provide 2 times of 100, means 200 volt. So can I write that? So this is simply 200 volt. So actually it should be V naught. Okay. So it is 100 into V naught. That is the problem. So 100 into 2 means 200 volts. So now we can consider this thing as simply a DC source. So I am considering this subnetwork now. Okay. And the resistance is this 10K and this is your 40K. So this is your VTH. So we have discussed this type of circuits, very simple circuit network several times. So it's VTH and RTH we can simply calculate it. We can calculate easily. So what is VTH? That VTH would be the potential divider across potential open loop voltage across A and B, means 40 upon 50 times VTH 1. Okay. So it is not, it is simply not VTH, I will call it. So this voltage is 200 volt, that will write it. Okay. So VTH is now, in this case, it is 4 upon 5 times 200. This is 40, so it is 160 volt. So this is 160 volt VTH. And what is RTH? RTH is simply parallel combination of 10 and 40. So RT, this RTH. So RTH we can compute as 40 into 10 multiplied by 40 plus 10. That is your 50. So 50 into 8 is 400. So it is 8 kilo ohm. That you can check. So this is RTH is 8 kilo ohm. So we have got, this is our 8 kilo ohm and this is our 160 volt. So what is the maximum power? P max. So that is very easy to compute. So I write it here. Okay. So this P max is simply VTH square 160 square upon 4 times RTH. RTH is R 8. So if you simplify it, so 160 square, so we can write 160 into 160, so 440 and 8, this is your 20, but it is given in kilo ohm, so 10 to the power 3 divided. So 800 by 10 to the power 3, that will give you simply 0.8 watt. and that is the answer. Okay, so I think it is a simple problem. Just you need to concentrate on finding the VTH and RTH. Once you will get VTH, RTH, you know that in this simple circuit, this R, so this R will consume the maximum power when R is becoming RTH. This value is becoming actually RTH, and in that case, the maximum power would be VTH square by 4 RTH. Okay, so first we have considered this subnetwork. This network, there we have found that VTH is 160, RTH is 8 kilo ohm, and we have got the maximum power, that is your 0.8 watt. So this is very straightforward, and I hope you are finding this kind of problems, means the circuits containing dependent source is becoming easy probably, because we are discussing lots of problems using dependent sources. So I'll advise you to go through my lectures, video lectures several times, try to get a clear idea on the topic. Then you will feel that you can easily solve these problems. Okay, any problems from this area. Okay, so in future we will be uploading more problems. Please keep on watching my videos, and please subscribe my channel in order to get my future videos. Thank you.